Hello, it's me. Today, the games we'll be talking about represent an era in a way. A time lost in reality. We call it the 90s. So, for no reason at all, I'm just gonna rip a hole in time and space just because.
Who does the first ever?
This is the Sega Mega Drive, or Genesis in North America.
So everybody knows the story. Nintendo was ruling the gaming market, and Sega's Master System wasn't selling so well, so they wanted to up their tech. They made the ultimate, most powerful console yet, until the Super Nintendo. Although Sega was not one to give up due to their stupid marketing techniques that just made kids repeat what they hear on TV, blast processing, blast processing! Blast processing is not a thing! Anyway, Sega needed a mascot to rival Mario. After a long term of mascots, Sega came up with the design on the side of a napkin of a hedgehog named Mr. Needlemouse, who was later made blue to match the Sega logo, and renamed Sonic to make him, well, it's cool and edgy. And it sounds fast. Gameplay's about fast. Sonic the Hedgehog sold millions worldwide. Its fast-paced gameplay was the main selling point, although seriously, why did Sega of America feel the need to make their own version of Sonic's appearance? Due to the success, a sequel was instantly put into the works. Although Sonic teams split into two divisions, one half stayed in Japan, making their version of Sonic 2, which took longer to make, but then drifted into the Sega CD add-on, which became Sonic CD. That's another story. And the other half moved to San Francisco. What was that? Where they would make the actual Sonic 2. Released in 1992, it immediately became the best-selling game on the Genesis. Ah, right. PAL units are much slower. Let me fix that. There we go! If I'm gonna be honest, describing Sonic 1 is gonna be tricky, but I'll try. With something like Super Mario Bros. 3 on the market, you could tell they needed to try something new. The formula Sonic the Hedgehog took is quite something unique, until of course third-party developers ripped it off. The basic platformer is majorly based on Mario. You move to the right, you jump over obstacles, you know. Sonic, on the other hand, takes that a step further. While platforming is still the main focus, they added a new element. Speed! You see, as you move quickly, you maintain Sonic speed. This is enjoyable, and the level design of Green Hill rewards you with more speed depending on how well you play. Another thing involves the enemies. In most NES games, you would need to stop and take care of them, either jumping or attacking. With Sonic, however, you don't need to slow down to take care of them. Either by pressing down or jumping, you can curl into a ball. Whilst in this state, Sonic can destroy enemies and obstacles. The point to this is momentum. Something to my knowledge no other game had at this point. You see, with any of the Mario games, you would be moving left or right, and by holding B, you would speed up. With Sonic, however, you only need one button, despite the Sega controlling having 3 and later 6. When you start moving, you move slowly, but the longer you move for, the further you go. With momentum in play, slopes, curves, and loop-the-loops allow you to keep the flow. Is that how gravity works? Rings are all over the place and act as the equivalent to Mario coins, and also double as an extra hit, but they bounce all over the place. They can also be found in what looks like TV monitors. You know, these things.
What the hell is this thing?
What you may also find in these things, a shield power-up, which is kind of self-explanatory, and speed shoes, which triple your speed. Also, our good friend Invincibility is here. One day, Sonic the Hedgehog was running around South Island when he saw a robot. After smashing it to bits and finding one of his animal friends inside... Huh? Hang on. Huh. Okay, so he's a anthropomorphic humanoid hedgehog, but other animals such as birds and squirrels and stuff are simply just that. Seems legit. Then he came across this middle-aged obese man with a wrecking ball. His name is Egg.
No, it's not called that
Huh?
yet.
Well, oh. Okay then.
Dr. Ivo Robotnik, evil genius, dedicated to building his robot army to find the 6 mystical gems called the Chaos Emeralds to his machines of mass destruction.
However, Sonic, being good and all, won't be having any of that, because...
That's no good.
What he said. I've already explained the mechanics of the game, so let's see what we have in store. You start off in the tropical Green Hill Zone. The basic starting level where you can get used to the controls. And clearly the most iconic stage in Sonic history, but I think Sega's a little too fond of it. Hey, let me breathe! Too much Green Hill! Marble Zone was definitely not designed for this kind of speed. It's more platform heavy, and it's quite the contrast to the last level. You've gone from speeding to standing and waiting. But you don't want to wait, you want to get through this as fast as possible. It's quite evident this stage had been made before the speed was made the main focus. They can see this stage working in a Mario game, but not this. Trust me, you will die a lot. Spring Yard Zone is kind of like a mishmash between speed and platforming, but at times it seems a bit unbalanced. You will get hit by spikes. A lot. And don't get me started on them spikes. Labyrinth. Ugh. Do I even have to? This is the water stage. You'll spend most of your time submerged under the water. However, unlike other games, instead of swimming, Sonic sinks to the bottom like a rock. Your movement is heavily restricted, and you're gonna be tearing your hair out while trying to reach the boss. I swear, this guy is like the Wile E. Coyote of video games. So many different methods of taking care of Sonic, and they're all completely ridiculous. Starlight Zone. Don't you feel relaxed? It's another level about speed. And you don't feel like the level design hates you no more. As long as you watch out for bombs. Scrap Brain. Oh, don't get cocky. You're fighting for your life now. You better avoid as many traps as you can. If it's not bottomless pits, flamethrowers, and giant saw blades. Oh. Also, real quick pro tip. Press down while you're on this thing and catapult yourself. Thank me later. Alright, you fat man, I'm ready for you. Oh! You! How dare you dump me in your own personal labyrinth zone? I've had enough of that place. I'm a-coming for ya! Time to kick this guy's... Ow! Oh, he's gotten serious. The final boss is no joke. Mess up once and you're gone. No rings in sight. But once you got his pattern down, you've pretty much got this. Yeah, you better run! And you leave me and my island alone! Alright, well that's Sonic the Hedgehog. Oh, you son of Mother Robotnik. Of course, I forgot one other thing. The Chaos Emeralds. If you collect 50 rings by the end of an Act 1 or 2, a giant ring appears granting you access to a special stage. Either that or it gives you an acid trip. There's 6 of these in total, so you'll get many chances to give him a shot and nab those emeralds. Alright, this time I gotcha. Huh, how do you like me now, Mr. IQ of 300? With the 6 gems in hand, peace is returned to South Island. With no more robots, no more fat men, and no more labyrinths to drown in. Life is good, ain't it? Well, we ain't done here. Post Dr. Robotnik's defeat, twice I guess now? Sonic went for a ride to West Island on his biplane, which he owns for some reason?
I mean, come on, I don't see any reason why not.
Before crash landing. Then Sonic met a young fox with a talent for mechanics who repaired the plane. His name was Miles per Hour. What? Not good enough? Okay, let's just call him, Tails! Yes, Tails! Because of, yeah. So, the two of them became best friends and set off on their next great adventure! Before...
Why, hello there, my little friend. Is it time to... Are you kidding me? I haven't even done anything yet!
Ah, classic Robotnik. Stick with me, kid, and you'll see more funny stuff like this happen.
So in essence, Sonic 2 plays almost identical as the first game. Although while the first game had a bigger focus on platforming, this one seems to be more speed orientated. Because, well, that's how the 90s rolled. The graphics have been given a more brighter and in-your-face kind of look, and even Sonic's sprite has been given a facelift and a sea blue paint job. And the music. Oh, the music! It's just something beautiful. Thank you to the band Dreams Come True. Most assets seem to be recycled from the first game, although Sonic has himself a new move now. The Spin Dash! Oh, so useful. In a game built around momentum like Sonic 1, you had to backtrack and gain speed to go up slopes and the loops. Sonic 2? Let me just roll up there. Press down, just rev up, and go! Getting to the levels, now we got Emerald Hill Zone. Damn it, Sega. Although unlike Green Hill, Emerald Hill is designed to just keep moving forward without stopping, with even more slopes, loops, and the addition of torque screws. Not really much else here. Except you won't forget this sound whenever you play every ROM hack ever. Chemical plant. Pipes, platforms, goo, toxic water, overly catchy music. It's all here. It's amazing how much this level has become a fan favorite. I mean, don't get me wrong, it ain't perfect. You'll pretty much miss every single checkpoint, get attacked by spiders that grab you, and every single person who has or will play this will drown in this part of the level. I did, and I'm pretty sure you will too. Aquatic Ruin, the water level, but not the water level? Are you confused? No? Then quickly dodge those spears and keep on moving. Remember, depending on your platforming skills, you can keep above the water and maintain your speed, or just fall underneath and experience Sonic water level. Casino Night. Tell me, what's the first thing you think of when somebody mentions blue hedgehogs? Gambling! Jokes aside, this is actually an enjoyable level until... Oh god, they're back! It's like the developers were all, hey, place some slots there, platforms there, oh, and that entire area completely coated in those bumpers from Spring Yard Zone. Gambling! Hilltop. Hey Jerry, let's reuse some of the assets from the other zone and with a different color palette so we don't have to make new tile sets. Excellent idea, Bobby! Well, we are clearly up a hill, and the background just looks amazing. Guess this is the obligatory lava level. Kinda. We got here catapults, drawbridges, dinosaur bots swimming in lava.
I wanna die so badly!
I'm gonna be honest here. I'm reaching. I really am. Just isn't that much to it. It's charming, you know? Mystic Ruin. Oh. Wrong Sonic game. Sorry. Mystic Cave. If the music didn't tell you, this place is dank, dark, and probably smells odd. But hey, it looks cool. I like the abandoned mine theme. The level layout is pretty sweet too, with multiple pathways and a stack of traps and... Next, please. Oil Ocean. Stop. Can I just... Okay, you, the viewer, please tell me if anything on the screen looks the least bit appealing to you. Okay, maybe it ain't so bad. Oh, how do I... Seriously! No! Stop! Drowned! No! Hey, please! Stop! This level. Metropolis Zone. Ow. Ma. Gaia! That 90s tune! Damn! This is the only stage that features 3 acts and is the biggest level in the game, but be on the lookout for... yeah, them, those guys. They are not your friends. And they are really unfair too. This stage is gonna frustrate you because this level design is kinda cramped, and the object placement is... No, it's okay, it's okay. I mean, it's gonna make sure you don't keep your rings unless you're really good at this game. Like, very... Here's something new. Sky Chase. Standing atop your repaired plane. Once again, like... Sonic, seriously, where did you get this? Also, they paid tribute to this in Sonic Lost World. Nice! Avoid enough obstacles, make your way to Wing Fortress.
Oh no! Tails! Buddy! Oh no!
Well, I guess I should advertise for new sidekicks.
This area ain't too special. Just get to the end, avoid giant propellers, don't fall, and do not move when you stand on this thing. And don't get attacked by memes. As always, once we find our tubby friend, he makes a run for it, and actually escapes on a rocket. But...
Tails! Oh my gosh! I thought you died! Yeah, Sonic, like you could actually lose me! Huh. Right. What do you gotta do? Something stupid!
Here we are, the Death Egg. This is where our adventure... Oh, hello. Oh, serious? A robot Sonic. Well, yeah, this is confusing since this happened after Sonic CD, but mind you, the 2 games were in development at the same time. Therefore, they would have been aware of Metal Sonic, so... oh well, why not? Why not? This guy? Is he hard? No, he's a total pushover. But after you fight him so many times, you can predict everything he does, so you can only hit him in front of his head. May I take this time to talk about how ridiculous the boss fights are? In Sonic 1, Eggy had different attachments to his Eggmobile, but in Sonic 2, he had all sorts of vehicles and contraptions at his disposal. Once you defeat Silver Sonic, it's time to give chase. This is what our entire adventure has been building up to. You, a blue hedgehog, against a giant Death Egg robot, and no rings in sight. Using nothing but your skill and the feelings in your gut, dodging the deadly attacks, and striking in the right place. And then... That's Sonic the Hedgehog 2. But wait, I haven't forgotten. Just like the last game, you have the optional emerald hunting. This time, once you have 50 rings, you need to go to one of the many checkpoints throughout the stage. Doing so opens a warp to the special stage. This time, it's a half-pipe where you move left and right collecting rings. And if you don't have the required amount at specific points, it ends just like that. And it doesn't help Tails keeps getting in the way.
Come on, man, what you doing?
Once you collect all 7 gems, you unlock the ability, possibly inspired by famous manga/anime that was popular at the time. I'm not gonna sugarcoat this, you know what it's about. And beating the Death Egg robot once more gives you a better ending. Not to mention, if you have the Sonic 3 and Knuckles cartridge, just wait till I talk about this one, allows you to play as Knuckles the Echidna in the entire game.
These games helped shape an era. Sonic 1 and 2 have been loved and remembered by many for over 20 years, and to this day, they both hold up solidly in my opinion.
These games are not perfect, and every game has its flaws, and most unfortunately, if you didn't live in Japan or America, these games wouldn't really run correctly. Cutting it short, Japan and America use a region code called NTSC, which runs at 60 Hz. Other countries, such as my own, run at PAL, which is 50 Hz. Because the games were developed for 60, they don't run so well on others. Although, there is another method for playing these games. Why yes, there is in fact. They've been ported to just about every system imaginable. I myself have it on PS3, 3DS, PC, but what if I wanted to experience the games at their true best? I bring you the mobile ports. Sonic 1 was originally made available by a ROM on an emulator, but was replaced by an enhanced port by Christian Whitehead, aka Taxman, built from the ground up on his Retro engine, with a new interface, widescreen support, and 1080p 60 frames per second. Save files, an online verse mode, and the addition of Tails, Miles Prower, and Knuckles the Enchilada as playable characters, with modified areas for their specific abilities. And Sonic 2 got the same treatment, plus a boss rush mode, improved special stages, and that death trap leads you to the return of an unused beta level, Hidden Palace Zone, and best of all, getting the good ending sets us up with the beginning of Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Both games have a debug menu that lets you explore items and objects never used in the original game, as well as Sonic's properties and elemental shields from Sonic 3. And in Sonic 2, you can use a code to get the original Hidden Palace. Nice, from the beta. Christian Whitehead, as well as Headcanon and Pagoda West Games, would then go on to develop Sonic Mania. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. Stay tuned, and stay awesome!